I'll show the way.
Hail and well met. Stick around and we'll be taking a look and exploring the Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous beta.
Ice cold lemonade.
Since the release of the critically acclaimed Pathfinder Kingmaker, the team at Owlcat Games is now releasing the next game in the franchise called Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. It's not exactly a sequel, but more of another game completely. As with the first one, Kingmaker, Wrath of the Righteous is another adventure series in the Pathfinder First Edition rule set. As you know, Pathfinder is a spin-off of 3rd Edition Dungeons & Dragons, 3.5 in fact, or if you'd like to be more specific, people call it Dungeons & Dragons 3.75, released by Paizo. Now it's its own entity, and hundreds of modules and adventure series are available, as well as a 2nd edition of the game. This, however, is 1st edition, which uses those old crunchy rule systems we all love. In fact, they make it a lot easier to use. From what I'd played so far, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous uses the same basic layout and rules as Pathfinder Kingmaker, but it takes the best parts of that and turns it up to 11. In fact, my favorite thing about this is combat. Now, instead of just like a Baldur's Gate style combat where you can pause the game with your spacebar and give party members options, this does it one step better. You can have that if you wish. Or if you're like me, you can turn it on to turn-based mode, where as soon as you see an enemy, the game pauses and turns into turn-based mode, where you can take each person and give them their own separate action, and then hit the next button, and then it goes to the next person in the initiative. It works quite well in my opinion. I really wanted to get this video review out sooner, but I will embarrassingly admit there was one part in the beginning where I actually got stuck, and I had to backtrack many times to figure out what I had done wrong. And that means a lot from somebody who's played RPGs since the dawn of RPGs. The game started out as a very successful Kickstarter, and the projected release date originally was going to be June of 2021, which is just a few days in from the time I'm recording this. However, it's gone through many stages. It went through its alpha stage, and right now it's currently in its 2nd beta, and I am thoroughly enjoying what I'm playing so far. It looks like they've taken a lot of the bugs that they had in the alpha and turned them around. They've updated the graphics, revamped the voice acting. They've done so much more. So now they've officially announced that the official release date is going to be September 2nd, 2021. Now, what do you say if we take a look at the game's graphics, mechanics, character generation, and gameplay? And here are some of the settings. You can basically set and tweak whatever you want, from everything from number of enemies to kingdom management. And here's the character creation list. Of course you want to make your own character, but you get to choose with a pre-made. You want to do your own custom. Here you'll see you can use photos that they have, these pictures from this game, Wrath of the Righteous, or you can scroll down a little bit here and you've got the characters from Kingmaker. And here's the character creation screen. Alchemist has different types of alchemists. Metamorpha. Some of these I've never heard of, actually, and I've played the original Pathfinder game, so look at all these to choose from. The Arcanist alone. So yeah, you have quite a variety of different types of choices to make in character creation. You don't just have a barbarian or an alchemist. You've got a subclass of each one. Like, not just a bard, but what kind of bard? The amount of choices is mind-boggling in this game. And probably the first hour or two of playing the game, I was trying to decide what type of character to make for my main character. There are so many. And if you just hover over them like this, you'll get a brief description of the class. Cleric, holy cow. And the list goes on and on. As you can see, the game looks beautiful. And I love that you can turn the room as you go out, walk around and go to different places. So you can control your entire group as well as move the view around. Oh, and the NPC conversations are standard. I mean, you've seen them in every other type of game like this. They look nice, and you have choices of what to respond with, and nothing new there. Of course, some things you do will trigger a difficulty check based on whatever roles you have and whatever your attributes are. In this case, I'm just playing as my character.
And off we go.
And here's the part I was talking about when I mentioned the combat. First of all, pauses when it sees an enemy. Okay, I have that set for my own preference. Now, once they see me, combat starts. Or if I attack them. That's why it says get ready for battle, and it turns into turn-based mode. That one goes. And then next in the initiative,
Go for their hearts! You are today's sacrifice!
and of course you get your movement, your attack, you can do spells, whatever actions you want to take. And of course green is where you can go without using up an action. If you use the yellow, you've wasted both of your actions. You've moved twice instead of getting an attack and a move. And of course there's 5-foot step and attacks of opportunity. So this is the way I like to play, because to me it seems more like D&D, the tabletop game, or in this case Pathfinder. And I prefer to have each hero, character, do their own thing on their initiative. This kind of reminds me of the Baldur's Gate 3 combat.
I'll cut you wide open.
Or if you'd rather have it like, there's a 5-foot step. If you'd rather have it like the Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, where you just hit space and have everybody do an order and then watch it play out in real time, you can do that too. I just prefer this way.
Go for their hearts!
Endure this.
This might be a tough fight.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Like I said, a tough fight. The spells, they show you the radius on where you can, or who you can cast it in within that little circle. So it depends who you want to cast it on. Burning Hands, it shows you the cone. That's really cool. Yeah, this is the way I prefer to play.
You are today's sacrifice.
Hey, I hit him.
The spirits demand your blood.
5-foot step.
You won't survive me.
The light!
Hey, not so bad. I thought for sure I was going to die in that one. Anyway, once everyone's dead, you can loot the bodies. You can see what's on these things that are glowing, that you can look into them as compartments. A couple of weapons racks, armor rack. Yeah. First, you want to take everything you can, of course. Any goodies in here? Yeah, potion. And now everybody has their own inventory as well as a party stash, a party inventory. So that if you wind up collecting too many things,
Here
you
we go again.
might want to drop some stuff. That shows you where you could do your other actions. Here's the inventory with the shared stash. That's everybody has access to that. And this is your own personal inventory. I will take some of those Cure Light Wounds potions. Got a stack of them, so I'll make sure everybody gets one. You can split up the stack like that. By holding down the shift key. I like that. So you just pluck one at a time. So there's your little tool belt you can use potions off there even during combat. Scroll of Firebelly. Scrolls work much like potions in this game. And what's this? If you hover, it shows you what you've got and what you're looking at to show you the two differences and what's better for you. All this stuff. Like I said, you want to try and lighten the load or else you'll be overloaded and too heavy. Which affects, of course, your walking and movement speed and who knows what else.
Damn you! I got this.
So there you have it. This is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I gotta say that Owlcat Games certainly stepped up and knocked it out of the park. This game looks amazing, and I really honestly can't wait until September 2nd to play the full game. So until next time, may all your hits be crits.